The Battle of Bees, a British military disaster. For the fight to capture the town of Tanga, Britain experienced of the worst military disasters in World War I. It's the hot summer of Africa where two troops fought for dominance. It was a fight between the German army and British India Army troops. The Germans, though outnumbered, were able to win the battle tactically. It's the Battle of Tanga. Many historians consider it as one of the worst military disasters in British or Indian history. The Great War. A conflict between the royal houses of Europe and the French Republic was a perfect spot for battles that destroyed Europe for decades. With colonialism extending its reach across the globe, a minor truffle in Europe might start the first truly world war. The trigger came with the assassination of Archduke Ferdinand of Austria in Serbia. Germany and its allies formed the Central Powers while Britain and its supporters created the Entente or Allies. The World War dragged the entire world into a conflict. In Africa, the colonial powers attacked each other and tried to grab each other's territories. The British wanted to attack German colonies in Africa and drew various attack plans. One plan was to attack the town of Tanga, which had an important port. The Tanga port was a well-connected port to Central Africa, and it was of strategic importance. Britain gave the task to Lieutenant Arthur Atkin, who commanded a British India Army division. He landed near Tanga, and gave the German garrison an ultimatum to surrender in 1 hour. The hour's ultimatum was not a wise decision as the Germans called in reinforcements and strengthened their positions. With no reply from the Germans after 3 hours, Atkin decided to attack. The Battle of Bees. The Indian division has just landed after a long trip from India, and was not allowed to rest. The German defenders were well dug in and resisted the Indian division's assault. Bees in the area attacked both sides, due to which the battle was also called the Battle of Bees. Heavy losses mounted for the British side, and the morale collapsed. The remaining members fled the battlefield. Germans in the town were afraid of an ambush from the British left the town in the night. While Lieutenant Arthur Atkin, fearful of a German attack, left valuable ammunition, food, and clothing and ordered his troops to board a ship and retreat. Aftermath. The next day the Germans were surprised to see that the British had not occupied the town. The Germans were able to collect the valuable goods left over by British troops. With these supplies, they held the town for the rest of the war. Word of the loss was suppressed by the British government, but the British press leaked the disaster. Lieutenant Arthur Atkin was made a scapegoat, and was stripped of his position, and forced to retire from the army. Germany signed an armistice with the Allied powers to end World War I. The German colonies in Africa were seized by the victorious Allies, France, Britain, and Belgium. The world sighed a relief that the worst war of humankind is over. Their happiness was short-lived as there were more conflicts between Britain and Germany in another war in a few decades.